What's good, YouTube? My name is John. Oh, wow. My name is Jay Sean.
Do you want to start that over?
No, I don't.
No.
We're keeping that in.
Start it over.
We're keeping that in.
No, we're keeping that. Okay,
no.
he says keep it in. You can call me Natty.
Rocky Gold, back again, once again.
We're here for the weekly rundown, brought to you by What the Wrestling. Boy, I cannot talk today. How are you guys doing? I'm doing good. You doing good?
I'm doing wonderful.
That's good. Oh, I'm doing great. No, if you wonder, I'm trying to get my bearings together with this freaking supercard they updated, and I got a lot of gripes I can get out the way about them, but I'll leave them alone.
But we're not here to get those gripes out of the way. The gripes we are getting out of the way is for
Raw and SmackDown. We're gonna review them, give our opinion, and that's gonna be that.
That's a big drink. But with that being said, how about we get...
Man.
Anyways, so with that being said, how about we get to Raw, shall we? Raw opens up with none other than Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, as you would get, as usual. Paul Heyman comes out revealing that, Roman Reigns, talking all this stuff. Well,
he does his main Paul Heyman promo, but there was a line in particular, and I don't know if you were going to talk about this or not, that it really caught my interest.
Go ahead.
Paul Heyman said, "You were raised to be a Samoan badass, but you weren't raised to be a man." And that caught my interest for a lot of reasons, especially because he loves to throw out these adjectives for different things. So, like, he throws out adjective for man, throws out adjective for monster. So I thought that was a really good thing. It was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, it's very true. But the main reason why he was talking about Roman Reigns is to reveal that his temporary suspension has been lifted. Goodness gracious. Has been lifted. And basically continued this whole entire berating of, there's no way that you're going to beat my client come WrestleMania, we get it.
You said lifted. I'm still kind of confused. Anyway, yeah, like he was saying, even though he temporarily suspended his back and whatever, he's still not going to be able to beat Brock Lesnar. Not going to be able to beat Brock Lesnar. He's definitely going to beat Brock Lesnar. But then who would jump out of the crowd but Roman Reigns? Oh no, dear God, look at Roman Reigns. And he immediately, quote unquote, as Michael Cole likes to say, brought an equalizer into this situation. He grabbed a steel chair, but it didn't do much.
No, he didn't. It's one of those, Brock instantly attacked him. They went sort of back.
Brock looked like one of those rabid dogs that, like, as soon as they get off the chain, they just go after whoever is closest to them.
Hell of a clothesline.
Right. Like, I was actually kind of concerned because that didn't even look like one that Roman was prepared to take.
No, exactly. Roman tosses Brock into the ring post.
Like his only offense that he got this entire segment.
I was going to say, basically, Lesnar from that point basically manhandled Roman Reigns by throwing him to the steel stairs.
Then hitting him with aforementioned steel chairs.
Hitting him with the stairs, bringing those steel stairs into the ring, and F5 onto the steel steps, which looked brutal.
But it wasn't brutal. It wasn't so brutal that he couldn't. Oh, the hair. And you know what's funny though? I actually didn't notice that until I watched Brian Zane's what is it called?
Wrestling with the Ring.
Who wore it better?
Thank you. I watched his Who Wore It Better, and I'm sorry, I don't know. My mind's everywhere right now.
We can tell.
I watched his Who Wore It Better, and he mentioned it, and I went back and looked at it, and I was like, well, damn, I'll be damned. There it is. He really did. He pushed the hair out of his face, and like, I got to keep the moneymaker right up front.
Yeah. But nevertheless, Brock Lesnar stood tall at the end of the segment. Literally, like the steel steps, Roman had rolled off of them, and Brock Lesnar had stood on top. Basically, almost like a podium.
Yeah, but we already know what's going to happen.
We all know what's going to happen.
But I'm actually surprised. I'm curious to see if Brock is going to, for the third week in a row, show up next Monday in the go-home show for WrestleMania.
He probably will. It's the go-home.
You never know. You never know.
After this, we had Nia Jax going up against Mickie James. Basically, with this whole entire bullying storyline that they got going on.
Which is stupid. And another thing, of all people that they would put into a bullying storyline. Mickey James, really?
Well, not Mickey James.
We're gonna forget about Piggy James.
Yeah,
are we gonna forget that Piggy James ever happened?
I'm about to say he was doing a flashback to to Lay Cool's.
Like, are we really of all people you would put into a bullying storyline? And on top of the fact, y'all have Be a Star, the Be a Star campaign now. You couldn't have thought of anything else but a quasi-bullying storyline. That's tragic. But
she got to be on the other side of it.
JBL must have wrote this storyline.
Oh, hey, you know what? If he clothesline from Hell's You, I'm just gonna laugh.
Basically, this was really, for the most part, it was an okay match.
It was a rather fast-paced match.
It was a very fast-paced match.
It was a faster-paced match than I expected it to be. I honestly expected it to be a squash.
I will say I do appreciate that Mickey James was trying to target like Nia Jax's knees throughout the whole entire match or whatnot, but that ended up being useless because Nia Jax won with a Samoan drop of all things.
She damn girl did.
And
y'all know what? Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I have been and will continue to be on the Nia Jax train because I love her. She is amazing.
That's one of those. I just hope that Bliss loses that belt. That's all I'm hoping for at this point.
And you know what would be hilarious?
What?
They do sort of a Daniel Bryan cashing in type situation where Nia Jax is like she won but she's down. And Carmella just like hauls ass down the
no.
You never know. It's possible. They never specify.
It's more logical with Asuka versus they would tease a cash in with Asuka winning.
Well, I was gonna say
the SmackDown Women's Belt.
True, but I was gonna say with the Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax thing, I would have imagined it being the other way around, as in like Alexa Bliss wins, but Nia Jax in her fury just destroys everyone in sight, and then Carmella comes dashing down.
But I do like what they're doing. I know that we're talking about SmackDown, but I do like what they're doing with Carmella. They're not putting her on television. So that way, when we do see her cash in, it's like, oh shit,
we forgot you even had the belt.
Oh, I had the briefcase.
You know what? That was an interesting statement. That if she holds it until like I guess the day after WrestleMania, she will have held it longer than Seth Rollins held his when he cashed in at WrestleMania. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
But nevertheless, let's get to some cruiserweight action for the first time in like months.
Not months. It's been like 3 weeks.
January.
Ever since they started this whole entire tournament thing, that's the last time that we had
January. Because that was back with Enzo Amore, and it was right after they announced Drake Maverick, formerly known as Rockstar Spud, as general manager. They stopped going to Raw.
Which, by the way, he was on commentary for this match.
He was, and it was amazing. But if you don't follow on social media, that's where it was kind of confusing. They should have given a little bit more of a backstory as to why this match was happening on Raw, because on social media, Drake Maverick on Instagram, he posted a video basically saying like, "Hey, tune in to Monday Night Raw because we're gonna have a match, that tag team match. Because why not? Because we can."
I mean, nevertheless, the match was Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali, who are in the finals for the Cruiserweight Championship belt, going up against TJP and Drew Gulak.
I would have loved for it to have been Roderick Strong and Buddy Murphy, but damn it, I am happy with this too.
Oh no, either way, this was still a good match, nevertheless. Like these guys could put on a clinic at any time.
And they know each other really well.
I want Mustafa Ali to win at WrestleMania.
We all know it's going to be Cedric. It's going to be Cedric just because he was poised to go over Enzo before that whole thing went down.
Yeah.
So they're going to drop the belt on him, even if it's only going to be for like a week.
What if they don't? No, I'm joking. But nevertheless, this match again. Really good. I will say that one major highlight of the match, it was good to see Drew Gulak and TJP sort of isolate Ali at one point to kind of hold Cedric back or whatnot from like coming in and just dominating everyone. But nevertheless, it's one of those. Alexander does get into the match. He sort of dominates everyone. He goes for that bouncing off the rope insecurity whenever Ali tags himself in. Yep. Alexander does the lumbar check. To which he's about to go for the pin, but the ref's like, no, you're not in. Ali does the 054 for the win. So Ali gets the win. Yeah.
And, I give it to them for showing up because, as we know, Cedric and Mustafa were friends, or at least they were on friendly accord before this whole tournament started. So to see them both in the finals, and it's like, we're still friends, we're still buddies, but we are going to kind of have a little
It's
bit
like
of
we're in this for the same thing.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we're still buddies, but at the end of the day, come WrestleMania, I'm going to kick your head off and take the title.
Basically. After this, we had Miz TV.
This was essentially one of the most boring, or at least for the first
Whoa!
half of
No,
I was
no,
absolutely
no,
I was bored.
No.
I was bored because I saw through it. I knew for the very beginning. I was like, oh yeah, he's running them down, but this is just going to be another Mr. Raj bait to get Seth and Finn into the ring, and they're going to fight. I knew that's what it was going to be. So I was, you know what, I can't even say I was bored. I was just not as interested as they would wanted me to be.
There we go.
I
mean, nevertheless,
disagree.
I'll
This
say- well,
segment was one of the
okay.
best Raw segments in the past.
You know what,
2
not
weeks.
just because you stay on the business. You know,
No.
I'm not even going to say that. For a better trying to be better about cursing on this, I'm not going to say what I want to say. You ride the Miz's coattails like nobody else.
I'll tell you what.
Bro, Mrs.
I'll say, Rocky, you want to take care of this segment? Describe how it was.
Exactly. All right. So this segment was amazing. This segment.
How'd it go down?
Basically, Miz came out, was talking about how he's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Yeah.
And then there were some cracks that you started to see a little bit of cracks between the Miz and the Miztourage. To which Seth Rollins basically came out and was talking all stuff. Oh, it's here for the Miztourage, blah, blah, blah. And eventually there came a point in when Miz was doing his rebuttal against Seth Rollins, to which Bo Dallas butted in and said, a phony A-lister with a who can't fight. A phony A-lister who can't fight.
Can't fight for himself.
Right. And so Miz said, what did you say? And he's like, nothing. And then Finn Balor came out, and Finn Balor was talking all that good, just like Finn Balor and Seth Rollins do. And then they exploited the fact of what Bo Dallas said, and then the Miz, being Miz, just kept going. He's like, I am the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Better than, he said a couple of names, I forget, but the last one he said was better than Mr. Perfect. And who is Mr. Perfect's son? Curtis Axel. And Curtis Axel
Which is actually, no, real question. Is he actual, like, outside of kayfabe?
Yeah, legit. Like,
okay. I
You
just,
didn't know that?
I actually had never taken the time to research if he was actually his
if
legit son. I just knew that they had always referenced to it.
They look exactly the same.
No, they really don't. They look.
They do.
I will admit that they look similar,
bro.
but they don't look exactly
They
the same.
look exactly.
They
He
really
looks
Maybe-
just like his dad.
Well, I was gonna
Maybe if he
say,
grew his hair out.
maybe if he had the curly blonde hair and shaved his
Maybe
beard.
if he grew his hair out, but they don't look anything.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, y'all can't see it, but I can see it. So basically,
Boy, you got on glasses like the rest of us. What? Obviously. You can't
Anyways,
see.
continue with the segment. So again, Miz
that?
Miz inadvertently insults Mr. Perfect.
right. So Curtis Axel, aka Michael McGillicuddy. Remember when he rocked Michael
Hold on,
McGillicuddy?
but you're not gonna do Michael McGillicuddy like that, bro. He was fired.
Anyways,
He was
so
the star of
Curtis
the Nexus,
Axel.
bro. Yes.
So Curtis Axel looked at Miz, and Miz was just like, that one slipped out. I apologize. So basically, Seth and Finn were quite content because they believed that it was going to be a 4-on-1 assault on The Miz. When it turned out to be just a big ruse, and then The Miz and the Miztourage attacked Finn Balor and Seth Rollins.
Who would have thunk?
And it was great. It was great until the Good Brothers came down, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Goddamn right. They
And beat
equalized.
up the Miztourage a little bit, which
Tenderized.
then caused Balor and Rollins to team up on the Miz,
Now
and
this
Miz kind of rolled out of the ring,
This was the fun part.
and then Rollins at one point grabbed the IC title,
Balor grabbed it first.
and no,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah, Balor grabbed
Balor
it
grabbed it
first.
And Rollins snatched it out of his hand.
oh that's right,
Turned around and talked trash to the Miz. Turned around and got ran into a forearm from Balor.
That's right.
And Balor stands tall.
No,
with
it
the
wasn't a
IC belt.
forearm. It was a swing blade.
It was a swing
Oh,
blade.
it was a swing.
It was a swing
He
blade.
turned around and got bodied by Finn. And
Right,
then
and so at the very end, Finn stands tall with the IC belt, which would lead me to believe that either Miz is going to retain or Rollins will win at WrestleMania.
This isn't the one. This isn't the Raw before Mania. Let's see who's standing tall then, and then it'll determine who's standing tall by the end.
Speaking of the Miz, though, but before we go any further, congratulations, Miz Mizanin and Maurice Mizanin, for the birth of your first daughter. I'm outside of kayfabe, I will admit, I actually think that both of you guys are really awesome. You're amazing. I can't lie. I watched a couple episodes of Total Divas. You guys are awesome. But
there's no shame in watching Total Divas, bro.
You know, there's always that stigma. But anyway, congratulations. I hope you have many, many years of joy and love and all of that. I hope you not too long before you have another one. And we can't wait to see you in the future.
Fair enough. After this, we had Asuka versus Jamie Frost.
You mean to tell me you actually remember her name?
No, it's in my notes.
Oh.
And
you actually took the time to write her name down?
No, I'm not writing notes.
This was so well. I mean, no, because they put her. They
had like the graphic and all stuff like that.
And actually, her and everything.
She had like a pre.
Have an entrance,
I was gonna say she had like an interview or whatnot, and saying that well, everyone's saying that nobody's ready for Asuka, but Asuka's never seen me, so Asuka isn't ready for me.
Essentially,
this is the exact embodiment of when you used to watch wrestling growing up, and like they would come back for a commercial, and there's just a person in the ring who had the most basic fucking name, and then you knew that the next person to come out of the curtains in the back was about to beat the shit out of this plain named idiot.
So basically, what you're saying is that these people or whatnot, they would get their daily doses.
I am going to.
They would get their daily
daily doses of what?
I will flick your hat off.
A squash!
No! I thought I was going to flick your hat.
Not the hair. No one's ready for the hair.
And you just... And you know it was over the top, too, because JoJo was like, Jamie Frost!
Yep.
And she actually sold it. Bro, but can I just talk?
Because you see a random person in the ring when you used to come back from commercial and be like, and now... Scott! And you knew the next person was kicking the shit out of Scott.
Yo, but can I honestly admit, this match I loved it, because it was like, Jamie came in, had a couple punches, then she slapped her, and Asuka just turns around and kicks her, and she fell like a sack of potatoes, made a sickening thud sound on the mat, and 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3. That was the end of it. The match itself was like 38 seconds.
I do want to say, in all seriousness though, I did like the look of Jamie Frost, like whatever look she was going for or whatnot, and I really do hope that she gets
like a Carmella and Lana.
No, she looks like if a French maid mated with Lana. That's what it looks like.
Oi.
But it's one of those if she could get like a developmental deal or something like that, I'd be okay with that.
That's so weird.
Yeah, we'll roll with it. After this, we had the one, the only Braun Strowman going up.
About my favorite part of the night right here.
Going up against Sheamus.
Brian Zane, whoever gave you the idea for the little song that you do, or if you made it up yourself, that's just great. And I'm pretty
sure he came up with
it. I
it.
wish you would just let us use it one time in one of our videos, because it's great.
Check this out. Conspiracy theory. Ready?
Oh, no. God.
Conspiracy theory. So... WWE is otherwise known as the land of the giants, right? Mm-hmm. So we have the Bludgeon Brothers competing for the SmackDown tag titles at WrestleMania, along with the New Day.
It's not confirmed yet, but it's essentially going to happen. They're probably going to announce something either later this week.
So then we have Sheamus.
They haven't confirmed anything yet.
They did it was going to be a triple threat match, a triple threat tag team match.
No, they haven't confirmed anything yet. Or if they have, it happened after SmackDown Live.
Bro, I'm about to pull this thing up for you right now.
While Jay Sean does that, let's talk about how the Bar is going up against Braun Strowman and this mysterious partner. Now, there's a conspiracy theory rolling around that many people think is going to be Rey Mysterio, and like a small and big type deal, kind of like a flashback to Rey Mysterio's old days with Batista.
Or Big Show. Didn't he team with Big Show once, or am I just imagining that?
I don't remember.
Probably.
But anyways, back to my theory. I think I think it's going to be Braun Strowman.
Okay, when was that? That was earlier today. It wasn't confirmed as of last night.
Anyways, I think at WrestleMania, it's going to be not only the Bludgeon Brothers who win the tag titles for SmackDown, but on Raw, I believe Braun Strowman's mystery partner is going to be none other than the returning Big Cass.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I think it's going to be Braun Strowman and Big Cass. They're going to lay waste to the bar, and all of a sudden we're going to have two giant teams with the tag team titles on each brand.
I'm holding out hope for Elias, but I'm not.
I don't think it was
I would pay good money, and I will pay good. Take my money, like the meme with Fry from Futurama. Anyways,
shut up and take my money.
I would like to see Braun Strowman and Big Cass versus the Bludgeon Brothers at Survivor Series.
If they keep the titles that long, yeah.
I'm sure. I doubt they will, but like, imagine those two teams, like.
And with them apparently getting ready to get rid of double brand or single brand pay-per-view, which means they're about to get rid of having a Raw and SmackDown brand. They're probably going to knock the wall down to that again.
I don't know. I feel like they'll keep that up because
keep Raw and SmackDown.
Anyways, but you're thinking way too far ahead. Let's get to what we do know. What we do know is Braun Strowman has now announced his partner, even though he has picked a partner. Now, Sheamus and Cesaro, they start off before Sheamus' match with Braun Strowman, asking Braun to let them know who his partner is. Like, they feel like they deserve to know since they're the champions or whatnot.
And Braun, end quote, says, "Maybe you'll find out who my partner is, but you're definitely gonna get these hands."
Okay,
that wasn't
quite. He said, "I'll tell you if you beat me."
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
And then he went into the get these hands.
Now, to be fair, Sheamus put up a good fight. He put up a fairly good fight.
The good fight.
But let's be honest, Braun Strowman was going to win, and Braun Strowman won.
Braun Strowman is the most over thing on Raw.
He really is. He really is. And I'm thankful that they're giving him a championship match, even though it's oddly the tag team. But nevertheless, yeah, Braun Strowman, he got the win. Easy enough. After this, interesting enough, we had Kurt Angle coming out, talking about, it's nice to see, talking about Ronda Rousey, who comes out. And
I get the fact that Roddy Piper is one of her biggest inspirations.
Oh yeah.
I still don't like the gimmick infringement, but I digress.
It's one of those, like, until they can come up with something original, they want to go with they want to go with the recognizable inspiration that the old school fans are going to look at and be like, oh yeah, there's that.
I guess I personally don't like it, but
Anyways, but no, Rousey comes out, and basically she is just getting rid of the idea that Stephanie McMahon thinking she's tough or whatnot, based on like the video package that premiered like last week or whatnot. Saying like literally saying, and I quote, that she is only trust fund tough, as in like she's only tough in
limousine tough.
Limousine tough. There we go. But before Rousey could get any further, Absolution comes out.
Which was weird.
It was, but I get why they were coming out.
Storyline wise, it made sense, I guess.
But see, that's the thing. It's storyline because Paige was out there being like, I understand that you got all this, brand new stuff.
Hot, sexy stuff that she is.
Well, can I just admit the way she her accent, I love it because I don't hear that enough ever. And two, the way she kept saying "baby girl" to Miranda was fantastic. Apparently he's gonna have to go. But basically, what the long and short of what
no, I was telling Paige to call me.
Yeah, I know. Anyways,
basically, what the long and short of what she was saying was, you're new here, you're hot, you got the hot stuff thing going on, you're fresh, you're new, everybody knows you, but this place is gonna eat you alive if you don't have somebody to back you up. And Ronda goes, well, I got Kurt watching my 6 o'clock, so feel like I'll be all right. She was like, yeah, no, with Kurt, that you're just going to be a big target for the authorities. So why don't you come hang with us? You'll be the new member of the Absolution group.
No.
Our thing, And basically that's what she does. She was like, I appreciate the offer, and I really do. I appreciate it. Women looking out for women. But no. And so
Mandy Rose tries to Was it Sonya or Mandy?
Page 6, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville on it. Sonya, formerly known as the Jersey Devil. I ain't gonna forget.
Pepper's Farm never forgets.
And neither will I. But Sonya Deville tries to get some offense first. She gets thrown across the ring. Mandy Rose tries it. She gets thrown into Sonya Deville very awkwardly. Then...
Yeah, I didn't like that spot, but my favorite spot...
Then she goes to grab her and, or Mandy is about to, twist her arm off. But then Kurt's like, stop.
You missed the best spot. So basically, Ronda Rousey tries to, do something with Sonya, or she's staring down Sonya Deville, who's lying on the ground. Mandy Rose tries to attack Ronda Rousey.
She just happened to turn
from behind, out of the corner of her eye. Ronda Rousey does a quick step and
it was the most beautiful judo flip.
It was
that's what it was called. I knew I was gonna remember it. She does
that shit.
Was the most beautiful and most well executed judo flips I've ever seen. Mandy, thank you God for taking that judo flip. That was amazing. Yes.
It was good.
Then like I said, she tried to snap Mandy's arm. Kurt had to talk her out of it. Then she just kind of let her go and she scampered away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After this, we had repercussions from earlier on the night. We had the Balor Club of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson going up against the Miztourage. This was a match.
It was an alright match.
It was one of those
it did what it had to do.
There you go. It ate time. Long story short, Balor Club won. Basically. Although there was a lot of good near fall attempts with this thing. There was a lot of good breakup pins on it.
LOL, we have nothing better to do with our tag team division if they're not for the championship.
Speaking of nothing better to do with tag team division.
Wait, no.
Oh my God, he's actually going to go get it. Why? Why would you do that?
Because I brought it. I'm bringing it into the...
Why didn't you just leave it on the table beforehand?
Hello. My name is Elias and I am returning. I'm kidding. My name is Jay Sean, but he came in and he starts off by comparing himself to LeBron James. Saying
it's LeJon Brames.
Get out of here.
You know what? Now you're fine.
Awesome.
Fine.
Now I got more space.
Yeah.
Fine.
Bye.
Fuck you.
Love you too. Don't look both ways before crossing the street.
I want to get hit.
Well, if I knew it was going to be that easy, I would have said that sooner. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We love Rocky here. Okay, you can stop that for a second. Copyrighted music.
What copyright music? I'm just playing chords.
It sounds like copyrighted music.
Bro, it's just chords.
Anyways.
Uncultured swine? Rocky had to go for other things, but yes. Big Boy Elias comes back.
He was comparing himself to LeBron James, saying that
he's gonna leave this city just like LeBron did.
Like LeBron will.
Oh, it was great.
It was.
It's fun. It'll be funny if he actually does leave, and so he'll have to be like, "Told you so. I told you so."
And then Rhino comes out for some reason. Rhino comes out with Heath Slater. They have a match, and Elias made quick work of the guy. I don't want to call it a squash.
They actually didn't use that music this week. Did you catch that?
No, I noticed that. They used Rhino's original music and all stuff like that.
They didn't use the whole...
I'm fine with that. It's one of those because people can remember. People old school fans are gonna love the fact that they hear Rhino's old music or whatnot. Either that or they're teasing something eventually.
You know what I really would have wished though?
What?
I wish they would have had the original soundbite from the beginning. Gore, 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 gore. I wish they would have had that at the beginning, like they really used to, bro. That was.
But
those were the days.
Nevertheless, Elias got the quick win more than anything like that. And then he beats down Heath Slater, basically standing tall. We forgot to mention the most important part about this whole entire Elias section. In the beginning, he was talking about how he guarantees that he will have a performance at WrestleMania,
which is again making me think that he's gonna team with Braun.
I wouldn't qualify that one just yet.
Maybe. Oh, is this the main event already?
We get to the main event. The main event is John Cena versus Kane in a no disqualification match. Basically, from the start, from the start, this match was just brutal.
I will learn John Cena's theme song for the ukulele, and I will play it for you.
But yeah, basically this match was just brutal from the beginning.
This was, as John Cena said about 15 years ago, ruthless aggression.
Yeah, basically.
From the beginning, from the jump. Bro, Kane looked good for him to be trying to be the mayor of Knoxville County. All of you in Knoxville County, go vote.
It's not Knoxville County. I think it's just Knox County.
Oh, all of you in Knox County, go vote. Either or, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Anyways, either way, but both of the guys look strong. You know, there were some of the major highlights, like for example, there was a railing that John Cena had introduced, and I believe it was Kane that actually put John Cena into that railing.
Yep.
Chairs were introduced. Tables were introduced. It was the table part that really got to everyone because
before we even get to that though, Kane exposed the ring post.
That's what I was.
He knocks. There was some chicanery. John Cena knocks Kane into the exposed steel. John Cena, who was lying down on the ground, then leans up like the Undertaker. Mm-hmm. Then he goes around. He does all of the little chicanery. Goes get the table. Put the table back in the ring. He goes for an attitude adjustment, but Kane, being just the master of mind thingy that he is, flips the table and is like, no, you're not going to put me through this. He didn't put him through it. Kane then puts him through the table. There was a moment in there. Did you catch it? Did you hear Jonathan Coachman? They were talking about the Undertaker and how he still hasn't responded to this, that, and other. We might not see him. And Jonathan Coachman, as clearly as day, said, if he returned, what version of him would we get? Okay, so y'all might as well just tell us right now. Undertaker's going to return next week in American Badass.
I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think so.
You don't?
I don't think so.
Why don't you?
Because it's one of those, it's like, John Cena has said nothing at all to invoke a previous entity of Undertaker. He just wants the Undertaker. Okay, he wants an answer.
From the fact that he's basically just called him a bitch every week, in and out, a scared bitch. Exactly. That would honestly though, I could see that being the reason for a badass Undertaker.
It's one of those. If they do bring Undertaker badass in, then that's fine. But it's one of those like I feel like that's not the way they're going to go with. John Cena is just asking for anything from the Undertaker or whatnot. So he wants.
Did we ever get an American Badass Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was like one or two matches.
There was one. No, he won the American Badass for more than a year.
Didn't he have like a handicap tag team match at WrestleMania?
That was a Great American Bash.
No. Like there was like a Mania match.
It was supposed to be tag team, but it became a handicap.
Yeah, I thought that was at Mania.
I don't think he was American Badass Taker that year.
I'm pretty sure there's been at least 1 year where American Badass Taker was.
We'll see. I got you.
You'll look it up.
I got you.
But basically, as the match goes on, Kane does introduce another table to the equation, but John Cena is quick to capitalize and does an attitude adjustment with Kane onto the table and gets the win.
Yes.
It was after the match. John Cena, frustrated as all get out, he grabs a mic and he calls out Undertaker as fans are chanting. Cena's like, they want you. I want you. Okay? Like he said a couple weeks ago, don't believe your own ego or something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
That whole entire thing. Essentially, he's like, I don't even care if it's a no. There's no lightning. There's no ominous music. There's no gong or anything like that. Just give me something. Give me something.
Let's see.
See, I told you.
Yeah, he did have a 2-on-1 match.
Big Show versus AJ. Big Show
under
and AJ.
the American Badass. It was who was Nathan Jones? I don't know.
He was a guy. He was just a big guy that they were planning on giving a big push, but then they realized he knows nothing about wrestling.
This match would serve as the last match Undertaker would have under the American Badass persona. So his WrestleMania match was the last one.
No, wait. What's that? Go back up. Is that? No, that's just regular Taker.
Yeah, that's regular Taker. That was right before.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, we're getting way off track. Now that we know that I was right. Anyways. But literally, he was saying that, if you don't answer me or anything like that, then you're living a lie, essentially. Like, your whole entire career is for nothing or whatnot. You're disappointing every single fan. I hope that for the sake of all that's good inside of this ring, that I see you next week. and I see you in the ring next week. He said before tossing the mic down, going up the ramp, does the Undertaker taunt one more time.
With the most ugly attempt.
That's just
at doing the eye roll.
It's Cena.
2-year-old.
It's Cena. Cut him some slack, okay?
No, I will not cut him some slack. The fact that he's been around this business as long as he has, and he can't even pull up a better attempt at the eye roll than that. That was the most half-assed attempt at an eye roll ever that I've seen. John Cena, please don't block us on Twitter.
I was going to say, either way, we can at least agree on one thing, though. John Cena has been carrying this feud, and it's got me more interested in a Cena Undertaker match than I've ever been before.
Bro, I've been wanting this match since like 27.
You've been wanting it bad, but do you really want modern Undertaker, or would you like Undertaker 15 years ago? Undertaker whenever Cena was like at his peak of being liked and or hated.
Bro, yeah, I would have loved it. At any point within like their last feud, the feud that they had where they had a match at Unforgiven to now, I would have appreciated a WrestleMania match somewhere in there.
There we go. But that's enough of Raw. Let's get to SmackDown, shall we? And SmackDown starts off with the glorious one, Bobby Roode and Randy Orton.
Actually, it started with that, but only after they decided to mention about what happened last week, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get the aftermath of that."
Yeah. We're gonna get to that, which they did eventually get to. But let's get to what actually started it. Like I said, we have the glorious one, Bobby Roode, teaming up with Randy Orton, going up against Jinder Mahal, and initially was gonna be Sunil Singh. I think, Sunil's the healthy one right now. However, Sunil came out with a neck brace and an arm and stuff like that, and he's like, if I could, this guy is like a tiger, but sadly the tiger is wounded. I cannot let him, but I do have a partner of my choosing. Rusev Udria, Rusev Machka. Dun, 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 dun. Rusev came out.
Bwah, bwah.
Rusev came out with Aiden English.
Yeah, he did.
He is the partner or whatnot. And
they got the win. I'm just gonna spoil that right now.
Yeah, they got the win, but like at least the major part or whatnot was that there was a lot of miscommunication between Bobby Roode and Randy Orton.
That's true.
That was probably the main reason why. Mainly whenever I think Randy had just hit the RKO on Jinder.
He hit Randy with an RKO. Wow. Yeah, Randy hit Jinder with an RKO. There was some back and forth between Randy and Bobby Roode. He hit Roode with an RKO.
No, you forgot the part where Roode breaks up the pin on accident.
Yeah. That was the part.
It's like because Rusev attacked Bobby Roode.
Rusev actually had... No, Rusev had tagged in. Rusev had tagged in. There was some chicanery going on. And Bobby Roode and Randy were going at each other. He RKOs him, turns around to a Machka kick, and gets pinned.
Which Rusev, he got the win. So, congratulations, we got a win for Rusev on Rusev Day.
Which means...
Happy Rusev Day, everyone.
Afterwards, we go backstage, we see Jinder, like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for being my partner. You're so great. Oh man, once I go to WrestleMania and I win, I want you to come to my party. I want you to come and celebrate with the Maharaja. And then Rusev says, ha, 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 fuck you, I'm going to Daniel. I'm going to get put into this match.
Namely, he said, are you kidding me? I just pinned the U.S. champion. I want in on that match.
Fuck you, I'm going to Daniel Bryan. I'm going to go see if I can get put into this match myself. Fuck you, I'm going. Well, not really, but it might as well have said that.
Basically. After this, we had a women's match. We had Becky Lynch going up against Ruby Riott of the Riott Squad.
Lunge.
I would say this was really just a short match more than anything else.
Yeah.
It was a short match, but it was mainly to hype up the women's battle royale that will be happening at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which we've already had our little spiel about that. Although I do have something new to say.
That trophy looked atrocious.
It does. I'm sorry, but whether you guys...
I would have rather them just made a copy of the Andre the Giant trophy with Andre in a wig. Like, literally, they just put, like, a gold wig on the Andre trophy. Like...
I'm going to let you live that fantasy out.
Bro! For God's sake, the other one looked like a freaking vagina.
Not... ovaries. They look more like the ovaries more than just the... Yeah. Or at least it looked like a thong. Anyways.
It looked like a vagina.
Anyways, hey, stop! Don't be descriptive. If we ever get a chance to get this monetized, I'd like this one to be monetized.
Not this one. You know it's not going to.
Anyways, but long story short, Becky Lynch got the win via pinfall. It was, she, obviously the Riot Squad tried to interfere, but, Becky Lynch still got the win.
Yep.
I mean, it's all a match. So.
It was an okay match.
Daniel Bryan comes out after this match.
This was so great.
He comes out, and he's like, okay, so. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I'm going to be honest with you guys, all right? I think that they're two of the best wrestlers of this generation.
Yes, they are.
And that's why, for months I was on their side.
Yes, they are.
But due to the actions that they have, I had no choice but to fire them. Yes, they are.
You thought I was going to say it.
However, I believe, like we've said many months before, SmackDown Live is the land of opportunity. So I'm going to give
Which is why, at WrestleMania, there will be a match between myself and Shane McMahon and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And you know what this match is? If Shane and myself win, they will stay fired. If they win, they will be reinstated to SmackDown Live. Which, the phrasing of what he said entails that Shane and Daniel are going to win, and they're going to jump ship to Raw. That's what that entails.
They could, but however, one of the things that he did emphasize is, here's the thing. All right, now that we've got this all out of the way and such, I'm tired of being a general manager. Is essentially what he was saying.
I'm tired of whatever this thing is that I have.
As a general manager, I had to go to meetings. I had to wear suits or cardigans or blazers
or whatever the hell this thing is.
Well, you know what? I'm tired of being a general manager and such. I'm getting rid of this. Daniel Bryan will fight at WrestleMania.
Whatever that is. What was that he was wearing? Was it a cardigan?
It looked like a cardigan. But it's like a sweater or something. Which, to be fair, I thought it looked nice.
It was all right. I mean, it didn't necessarily match the shirt he was wearing, but...
No. But to be fair, this is Daniel Bryan we're talking about. So, anyways, after this, we had the New Day.
No. And whatever. You're wearing the Budio shirt. You can do it.
New Day going up against the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah. I actually don't know their theme. I don't know how their theme song goes. I can't sing it.
Down.
Down,
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 Anyways, now we're going way off topic.
It kind of reminds me of like a wannabe mix between like Baron Corbin and Undertaker. Like it's a weird like
I can see where you're coming from.
Rock mix of like what the Undertaker could have been.
I can see where you're coming from with that one.
I can see the American Badass having that theme song.
New Day come out. They talk trash to the Bludgeon. They talk trash about the Bludgeon Brothers, saying that on our road to WrestleMania, it is littered with garbage.
Trash.
So what we're going to do is we're going to adopt the highway to WrestleMania, and we will clean up the garbage that has been bludgeoned along the road to WrestleMania.
Musty, sweaty, stinky garbage.
Which I must say, I don't know how they're able to get like so many beautiful metaphors in there or whatnot, like so many bizarre ones, but they nail it every single time.
Yeah, they do. Why do you think they have full creative control over their character?
I will say one thing though. You watch as Adopt the Highway people be their next gimmick or be their next little mini thing. It's like first we have Bootios, then we have Pancakes, now we have Highway Cleanup Crew. That's what it's gonna be.
We'll see.
Anyways, this match, fairly decent match. You know, they were trying to go with more of a speed side this time instead of Bludgeon Brothers brawn, but Bludgeon Brothers are easily able to capitalize and destroy not only like Xavier, who was initially in the match, but all the members of the New Day. They were about to attack them with their bludgeons before the Usos come charging in.
Bro, they came in, and you know what? I gotta jump on the referee bumper for a second. Any other time somebody would interfere with a match, you would either throw it out or call for a disqualification instantaneously. But because the Bludgeon Brothers are bigger than most people, you just kind of stood there and was like, do I call for the match? Do I just kind of stand here? What do I do? Then he finally calls for the match and was like, yeah, it's a disqualification. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But it was a good segment.
I'll say. But nevertheless, the segment ends with the New Day and the Usos are initially bickering back and forth about whenever they all run away whenever the Bludgeon Brothers are about to attack them.
Darn right they did.
After this, we had... You're not gonna stop this, are you?
Bro, come on. You know that was pretty good. That was off the rip too. That wasn't even something I
was gonna say, like, starting out it was bad the way you were butching up Fandango's theme, but then you brought yourself back.
Bro, that was just off the cuff. That wasn't even something I had been prepared for.
Either way, it was Tyler Breeze going up against Dolph Ziggler.
Why do you think I was beatboxing? Because you gotta mix the.
It's not really like that. Okay, we get it, your music. Anyways, so this match happened.
It was odd.
I will say one of the highlights was just
the only highlight
was just Fandango just running around the ring.
It was Dolph chasing Fandango, and then Breeze chasing Dolph. And then Dolph went back into the ring. Breeze went back into the ring. And then Fandango continued to run around the ring for at least 3 more times. And it was odd.
But Ziggler got the win off of a zigzag.
The zigzag!
I don't want to say squash to this one. It
wasn't a squash. It was a little bit too long to be a squash. And because Breeze also got some offense. And then after the match, Dolph super kicks Fandango in the forearm. He doesn't actually hit him in the face. But what was I about to say? Boy, Dolph, it's almost as if you never came back.
Anyways, so we get to our main event. Now, before the main event happened, we had a little backstage segment to where AJ is just there. And Shinsuke Nakamura comes up to AJ, asking him to be in his corner for the match against Shelton Benjamin.
This was earlier. This was earlier in the show, but we're mentioning it now because it's all going to get lumped together.
Yeah,
he's basically saying, "I don't want you in my corner because I feel like I need." Well,
that's after the match.
That's after.
That's after.
And he was like, so basically, he was like, "I need you in my corner." No, he did say he was like, "You've lost confidence."
Yes, he said the lost confidence part or whatnot.
He was like, "You've lost your confidence." He was like, "I want you in my corner for the match tonight."
And
AJ gave him
comes
a look, and then he kind of rolls his eyes a little bit and goes, "I need you in my corner tonight."
I was saying, and AJ's like, "Well, Chad Gable is gonna be Shelton Benjamin's corner. All right, I got you.
I'll be out there, not for you." Because I want you to be at 100 when we go to WrestleMania.
Yep.
That's why.
But basically, so we get to the actual match.
First time ever match of
Shelton Benjamin versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Why didn't we get this match sooner?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's right, because Shelton Benjamin came right back into a tag team. That's why.
Because the WWE doesn't understand how to utilize someone as amazingly talented as Shelton Benjamin, who managed to grab the brass ring years ago, but they never gave it to him. They never let him keep the brass ring. He got his hands on it, and then they immediately snatched it away from him because they don't understand how to utilize great talent.
You good?
No, I'm not, because I'm actually a little upset because there are so many great people in this company who deserve opportunities, who fans actually want to see.
Look, you're not the first person to say that. You're not going to be the last person to say that. There are plenty of people that deserve opportunities in WWE.
I'm going to be one of them too.
But the long and the short is, with this match, it was, I don't want to say it was fairly quick, but it was a very high-octane match or whatnot.
It was.
There was a lot of back and forth between the two, but for the most part, Nakamura had the edge, especially whenever he finished things off with a Kinshasa. After the match, he has a mic, gets AJ in the ring, and he says that, I want you in the corner, not because I needed you, but because I want to show you how I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania with a knee to the face.
And then he slides out of the ring and he walks away. Then American Alpha Part 2.
Well, AJ says something along the lines of...
Really?
Yeah.
This is why you had me come out here.
Well, it doesn't matter because at WrestleMania, I will be 100%. I will walk out as WWE champion.
Oh, yeah. Then he continued. Then Shinsuke also said, and that's why you're going to lose at WrestleMania, because you're too emotional. And then he gets out of the ring, slides out, and goes to walk away. American Alpha 2.0 decides to jump back in the ring and beat down AJ Styles. Shinsuke comes in. He saves him. He saved the day. And then he sets AJ Styles up for Kinshasa. Literally does everything up to kicking him. He jumps and stops. Just short of kicking him in the face. He looks him down and he goes, pet.
No, I think he does like the caress of the face thing as
well.
He
just like, no, he was like, knee, grabbed his knee, or like patted his knee and was like, to the back.
Yeah.
Then he goes, pat, and leaves again.
And that's how SmackDown ended.
We ended off SmackDown with AJ looking very dumbfounded.
But that's how SmackDown ends. So, let's get to our highlights of the week, mainly the Superstar and the Match of the Week. Jay, who do you got for Superstar?
Superstar of the Week goes to Daniel Bryan.
Okay, go on.
Granted, he just recently officially become a superstar again. He is now my Superstar of the Week because of his most impassioned promo. He gave the most impassioned promo that I have heard from any single person in a long time. I don't think anybody besides AJ Styles has given a good promo and as passionate of a promo as that.
I don't know. Cena can give some good promos, and Roman's been on a roll as of late, but I still get your point.
So yeah, I was excited. The whole ripping off of said cardigan sweater thing was amazing. Yeah.
Well, as much as I want to give it to a superstar on Raw, and I think you know what superstar that would be.
No, I don't actually.
John Cena. That's what I want to give it to. But I'm going to give it to Shinsuke Nakamura. Mainly because...
Why?
What? Mainly because, okay, in the span of 2 speaking segments, he has redeemed himself for what's been months of kind of meh promos more than anything else. Look, in the past couple of weeks alone, he has seemed a lot more confident. He seemed a lot more charismatic, and he seems a lot more comfortable with headlining WrestleMania more than anything else. Like, and it's one of those like it's. You know, especially this week, kind of the mind games that he's really starting to play with, like AJ Styles and such. It's really showing out. That natural charisma he has whenever he speaks, it's really starting to be showcased right now. And with a solid match with Shelton Benjamin or whatnot to go with it or whatnot.
It was very good, I will admit.
It's one of those, like, it makes me more and more excited than I already was to see Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. Name value alone, I was excited. But to see kind of the mind games that Shinsuke could possibly institute between two AJ Styles... And it just makes me excited and makes me hopeful that Shinsuke Nakamura walks out with the WWE title.
That's fair. That's fair then. Very fair.
All right. What's your match of the week?
My match of the week will go to John Cena versus Kane, the no disqualification bout.
Okay.
And the crazy part is I wanted to give it to Braun Strowman versus... I actually kind of wanted to give it to them because of the storytelling. But I'm going to give it to John Cena versus Kane for the sheer storytelling aspect that they did.
Okay.
Because this whole thing was, Kane was kind of, sort of, not really going to bat for his brother, who we actually forgot to mention. He had a promo on Raw where he basically was like, John Cena, you don't know when to leave well enough alone. Leave him alone. He wants to rest in peace. Leave him alone. Which was pretty good. It was true. Yeah, no, that was good, just good storytelling from the whole sit-up thing, which you can't deny we've all tried it at least once. The whole throat slit, even to the bad eye roll that he did at the end, it was still good. I thought it was a really good match and a really good storytelling sequence. So that is my match of the week.
Well, I'm gonna stay with Raw for mine. Right. I'm gonna call it segment of the week for me.
Okay. Segment.
I'm giving it to Miz TV.
Miz TV.
Now I know this seems just like a standard one or whatnot, but I'm not gonna lie. Miz and the Miztourage had me convinced for a second there that the Miztourage was not gonna be in the Miz's corner come WrestleMania. Look, it's one of those like it wouldn't be the first time that someone had split their ties with The Miz and stuff like that. And especially whenever The Miz is constantly berating these guys or whatnot, you were kind of rooting for a second there for The Miz to actually just break free or whatnot.
I can't deny.
And it's one of those, it's like, especially the look that Miz had on his face right before they attacked Seth and Finn or whatnot.
It was a good look.
It was probably the most drama that we've gotten out of this whole entire this triple threat feud or whatnot. It's the most drama that we've gotten out of it, and it's something that has kept me intrigued and see if something like that will play out at WrestleMania.
Truth.
So it's one of those, for that alone, I'm giving Miz TV segment of the week. And with that, I think that ends this week, right? I think we're good with everything, all that jazz.
No, you would appreciate it if it was, but it's not.
Of course, it's not.
But what this is going to be a very kind of shortened Draw Macaroni moment of the week.
Is it short enough?
It's gonna be a little short. You shut your mouth. This is the moment of the week that left a dry taste in my and as well as many other people's mouths. It took me a little bit to find what I wanted to do this week, but I am going to say that this week goes to both Raw and SmackDown for their the iPhone promo words on the screen foolishness that they do. I feel like y'all have so many other things that y'all can do. All of the money, all of the graphic designers, all the great editors that you have, you put it into that. And the fact that you are able to put those words up there in their script or in their promo also lets us know that this is pre-recorded and or this is pre-scripted. They already was supposed to memorize what they were going to say. Like it gets bad because first it looks bad and second it's boring and predictable. So please, you guys, come on, fix it, do better, do something better. Hell, because really it's tragic. It really is. But with that, WWE, you have truly dished out a dry heaping of macaroni. Please fix it and do better.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to add words to this little part right here.
I am going to slice
I'm joking.
your ears off.
I'm joking. That is very specific, but I'm joking. I'm joking.
Exactly.
But
you got to get specific.
I think that's it for this week. Jay, take us home.
With that being said, if you guys have enjoyed today's episode, why don't you give us a thumbs up down below? And also, if there's anything that we said that you have a strong opinion on, or you want to just get back and talk to us, comment down below, or you can hit us up on Twitter, which will be in the description below. Go ahead and share this video with everybody that you know, because sharing is truly caring. And why don't you also subscribe to us, because if you haven't already subscribed to us, then you just aren't doing life correctly. And also, tell one friend about us a day, because, you know, that's a good way to grow our channel.
Also, when you subscribe, don't forget to press that little bell so you know whenever you get the latest with the wrestling content.
Yep, yeah. But with that being said, I've been Jay Sean.
I've been Natty.
And I will do the wiggity for Rocky Gold since he had to leave early.
All right.
With that being said, we'll see you guys later. Holla at you boys.
Hasta luego, mi amigos.
Yeah, wiggity.